Your Excellency, President William Ruto, the Commander-in-Chief of our Defense Forces, my colleagues, the CSS, CS Mvurya, CS Joho, the patron of this Kenya Police FC, and our PS Raymond Omolo, our PS for Sports, our IG, and the Senior Commanders President, DIG, DCI, our players from both the Bullets and the Police FC, good morning. First of all, congratulations for a job well done as a team. Pongezi sana. I was in the field when you were lifting the cup, and I was with the former Prime Minister. So, and I was telling him, and he came there as the patron of Gor Mahia, and Raymond was there as the patron of Police FC. So on a light note, I told him that since I'm a Gor Mahia fan, I was a very conflicted person. On one part, as a fan of Gor Mahia for many years, and now I was also on the other side, my job. In my job, my people had won. So I told him I'd take my job seriously. So I will side with my job than the team that I've supported for many years. Your Excellency, this is a very big success on the part of the sports team. I'm telling you that because there was a time people never thought that Gor Mahia, FC, Tusker would ever been dislodged from the top. They were always the teams that were up there. But literally, Your Excellency, literally, there's a new sheriff in town. And the National Police Service have come to dislodge that monotony that was up in the top. In fact, if you see the success they have made in a very short time, it's a testimony that with discipline, you can actually make great progress in a very short time. And the National Police Service has demonstrated in terms of their discipline, in terms of, if you look at their performance, it shows that their commitment to training and discipline has really helped them to be able to make this great progress. We thank you for hosting us this morning, for this tradition of you've been hosting successful teams in different fields, and we appreciate the fact that you keep an eye on these young men and women who are playing here. These are very young people. Ordinarily, Your Excellency, this is the team. A number of them will be playing for us in the Africa Cup of Nations. So they have a wonderful opportunity for the first time in more than 40 years, almost 40 years. This country will be hosting Africa Cup of Nations, and they are lucky to be playing football at this point in time because they will have an opportunity to play for the national team. And as my colleague CS Mvurya said, your investment in infrastructure, and particularly the role of the sports fund, has made a big, big difference. There is an opportunity to leverage on that, to do more, and I believe the private sector who are here are going to help us to move this forward. Your Excellency, I was joking with Honorable Joho, and I was telling him he's not going to say anything here because he's not known to play any sport. If it was dancing, we would give him a chance to. So he will wait when the dancing competition team will come here. He will come with them. Lastly, Your Excellency, I think it's important for, first of all, let me thank the IG and the DIGs and the senior commanders who are here, and particularly thank Chairman Nyale for his commitment. He has been harassing us left, right, and center. Before I came to this ministry, if he meets anybody, he says, you know, I am the chairman of National Kenya Police FC, and can you give something small? He never managed to convince me, but today you have convinced me. And I am saddened that you have convinced His Excellency the President. I don't speak for him, so when he speaks from here, we believe, Your Excellency, from your heart, you will do something to support this team. Lastly, let me say this, that, Your Excellency, if you listen to the conversation that is happening across the country, you would imagine that there is a crisis in the National Police Service. Let me tell you, Your Excellency, this is one of the most professional police services in the continent. The most. And I am saying that because Kenya is the country that has the most difficult political environment to operate as a police officer, political and constitutional. On one hand, the police are extremely constricted on what they can do and not do when it comes to managing public and making sure there is law and order. On the other hand, you have a population and particularly political leadership that is very belligerent in terms of supporting the work of the National Police Service and the police officers. So in this very difficult environment, the police are caught between a rock and a hard place. And in the circumstances, the police officers have made a decision whether they will side with their country or they will allow irresponsible political actors to spoil the country. Your Excellency, these police officers, having for the short period of time I've served in this ministry, and having visited them in the northern part of the country, the Kerio Valley region, where maintaining law and order, and different parts of this country, you realize that despite the difficult challenges, economic situation, facilities that they are the most patriotic lot in providing law and order in our country. And Mr. President, if you hear the people who are speaking now about we want to come to the streets, we want to do mandamano and so forth, Your Excellency, you wonder what is the exact reason. You look at the reasons that have been provided. There have been situations where, unfortunately, in the course of this providing law and order, one or two unfortunate incidents have happened, and the law has been able to take its course. But you will find that despite that process, you will find people who are looking for every reason to come to street and to cause mayhem and to stop people's businesses. And then the police officers are sitting every day simulating how they will be able to stop these people. Your Excellency, the most unfortunate scenario happened last year at around this time on 25th of June. And in that situation, Parliament was invaded. I have spoken to ambassadors from other countries when they come visit, and I've said this. In UK, for example, if any person just tweeted or posted a post on any social media to say they will be visiting Buckingham Palace, or they will go to 10 Downing Street, or they will be going to Parliament, Your Excellency, nobody will wait for them to come to the street. They will be picked from their own houses, and they will be charged. I have lived and studied in the US. I have even attempted to visit White House because there are days they are allowed to visit. If a citizen of America, in any state, however far from the Washington, D.C. is, was to write in their social media that let us go and invade White House, Your Excellency, the Secret Service would pick them from their homes. It is only in Kenya where a citizen will say they will invade Parliament, they will invade the judiciary, they will visit State House, and they still walk scot-free, not charged, and even when they are taken to court, Your Excellency, they will be released on, and they are told you can just go home for free. Kenyans need to appreciate that it is important to have the discipline that these men and women have. It's important to protect your nation, and there is nothing so good than living in a country that is so peaceful that we can come here to celebrate a team that has won a cup like it has happened. And Your Excellency, we want to promise this, that these men and women will be supported from our ministry 100%, Your Excellency, to maintain law and order. And we have received a notice from some of the political actors who, Your Excellency, not just few months ago, they were standing where I'm standing. They were defending law and order. They were standing against the chaos. But Your Excellency are sitting now planning, buying machetes and rungus, trying to distribute to young people to cause violence in town, and they want us to sit here, fold our hands, and say that that is an Article 37 of our Constitution. Your Excellency, the national police and our police officer must be ruthless in dealing with such criminals, because we want this country to be a country of law and order, not a country of chaos, so that all of us can be able to thrive in this nation. Young people in this country don't deserve to be running battles in the streets. They deserve to be playing football like this young. These are their generation. These are their colleagues. We want to give them an opportunity to grow. It is not an opportunity to be used by political actors to cause violence. Lastly, I want to say, Your Excellency, in the ministry we are ready to meet the families of those who unfortunately, Your Excellency, suffered as a result, lost their children as a result of these political acts. Your Excellency, it doesn't matter what happened. From a human perspective, we are ready to meet their families, have a conversation with them, and see what else we can do to support them. Your Excellency, our doors are open. And I am sure even your door is open, and the door of the IG is open for us to meet with those families. We want to ask those political scavengers to keep off and allow those families to visit us and let us have a conversation with them to see how best we are going to help them to move forward. I thought I should raise this statement here because sports is supposed to unite this country. And our police have succeeded. They've just won the Premier League the other day. They don't deserve... Sorry, Your Excellency. They don't deserve to have, after winning the Premier League, these men and women don't deserve tomorrow to wear helmets and go and run in the streets. They deserve to celebrate, Your Excellency, in an environment of peace. And that's why I thought I should be able to say this. Otherwise, we are ready and we are prepared to make sure that our country is safe. Your Excellency, so those many, many remarks, it is now my singular duty and honor to invite you, Your Excellency, to come and address this important team. Thank you, Your Excellency.